Hello, everyone who is here in the room, as well as those who are watching us online. My name is Gabriel Barden, and I'm one of the co-founders of Salient Lifestyle Center. And it is my privilege today to introduce Deepa. She is a board member of our Lifestyle Center in Elgin, Illinois. She's a registered dietitian, and she has a master in public health, and a couple of years ago was nominated in one of the top 10 dietitians in the United States.
Wow.
For the last 18 years, Deepa has been focusing on helping people who not only don't have the information, but they live in a disadvantaged community or family, underserved population. So Deepa will have today an introduction. It is the extra bonus for the cooking demonstration today. And also Deepa will introduce Julia because they have a special relationship.
Of course.
Welcome to Cary Grove Adventist Fellowship that if this program is successful will become like an extension campus for the Salient Lifestyle Center.
Oh, that's lovely. I think the program, today's class, is already successful. Look at the turnout here. So thank you everybody for coming, and it's my privilege to introduce you Julia, who is going to be a dietitian. And currently, Julia, come on back here. Julia is a chef, friend, future dietitian, and a phenomenal
cook, right?
Cook, chef, yeah, and somebody who is also passionate about helping people and practice nutrition as medicine. So Julia is going to come back again and show us a few things that she's going to make. So Julia, thank you for joining us and making this class a success and keeping us happy and full. So and while Julia is prepping, I'm going to quickly talk about the root cause of heart disease, the real root cause of heart disease. So raise your hand if you or you know somebody who has high blood pressure. Anybody you know? Okay, pretty much everybody at least know, or they themselves have high blood pressure. How about cholesterol? Okay, all right. Anybody with slightly high blood glucose numbers? Okay, all right. You may not have it. Do you know somebody with diabetes? I can raise my feet as well because I know so many people who have diabetes, right? So, and how many of us or how many of you think that cholesterol is a reason for heart attacks, let's say? Do you think cholesterol is an issue for heart attack? It could be? Okay, all right. Anybody has any opinion or comment on what is the root cause of heart attack or stroke? Okay, inflammation. And what about blood pressure? What do you think is the reason of blood pressure?
Stress.
Old age.
Old age, okay.
Well, if the
Stress.
blood vessels get lined and it's a smaller diameter for that much volume to go through, it increases the
It
pressure.
increases pressure. So, lifestyle,
Yeah.
of course. Now let's dig a little bit into lifestyle. What is lifestyle? What does lifestyle even mean?
Your daily activities.
Daily activities, right?
Involves everything, what you eat, what you do, your hobbies, everything.
Your sleep.
Who you hang around with.
Yes.
The community is a big part of lifestyle. So lifestyle, American College of Lifestyle Medicine, they have identified 6 pillars, they call it, of lifestyle medicine. Number 1 is nutrition. Number 2 is physical activity. Number 3 is sleep restoration. 4 is stress management. 5th one is abstinence from the risky substances, which means the alcohol and anything that some people are addicted to. And the 6th one is the community. connections. So so that's these are they call as 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine. And as I'm going to quickly talk about the real root cause of heart attack or stroke or even kidney failure because of blood pressure, my goal is to help you understand what is the real cause, right? So when somebody gets diagnosed with high blood pressure or high cholesterol, we go to the doctor and doctor says, oh, your cholesterol is high, your blood pressure is high, house is on fire, this is your prescription for statin drugs, this is your prescription for blood pressure medication, and then if somebody's number was 250 for cholesterol, they go on statin medication, and voila, like magic, in 8 weeks, when they go back, the number has gone down, correct?
Yes.
Now, when that number goes down, should you be celebrating? A lot of people do, because doctor says, oh, fantastic, your number was 250 milligrams per deciliter for cholesterol, and now it is 190 or whatever, 150. Patient is happy, doctor is happy. But then, few years later, few months later, depending on how long the condition is going on, we see that the same person has had heart attack. A lot of patients who get stroke or heart attack, they are actually treated on statins. They also have low cholesterol levels. Okay, sometimes their blood pressure is under control because of medication. So when we look at that, as healthcare practitioners, we have to take a step back and say, what happened here? Her blood pressure or his blood pressure was okay, cholesterol was low, then what went wrong? So this is how it works. So this is how your healthy artery looks, okay? It has multiple layers, and then it is hollow inside, right? Yeah, arteries. Okay, the arteries and veins take blood to every part of your system, every part of your body. So this is how a healthy, clean artery looks. Slowly, as you can see, a buildup has started. When we check the blood for cholesterol, we try to see how much cholesterol is in the blood, basically. Okay, and it's this cholesterol we try to bring it down by increasing the clearance through the liver and so on and so forth through medicine. However, the real or the root cause of heart disease is never a cholesterol number. It is the health of the artery. Okay, because what has happened is, when the person said inflammation. What is inflammation? Inflammation is the slow grade fire that has started burning in your body. Okay, so the inflammation starts, but the most damaging factor, or what determines the onset of heart disease, is the most inside layer of this artery called endothelial layer. Okay, this endothelial layer is very soft, it's very sheer, just like silk. Okay, and when you have blood which is thick, gooey, because of the diet, because of the high fat blood, high fat content of the blood, that blood, when it is going through these arteries day in and day out, every second, every fraction of the your living life, the endothelial layer starts to break. It starts to cause the injury that friction starts to cause the injury to the endothelial layer of these arteries. And once the injury starts, that's where that is what is happening here. Then that cholesterol which was flowing now starts to get stuck in here. Okay, and then this is where MI or stroke, or this is where the actual incident happens, as they call it. Okay, so the root cause of heart disease, blood pressure, is not just the number. It's not high cholesterol causes heart disease. No, it's the rotten arteries that have been rotting because of poor eating habits. Period. There's no other explanation. Okay, but if your diet contains fat in any form or shape, and especially from highly processed food, it's going to start causing the injury to the endothelial cell, like as I said. And while it's and many people get away with it until they are in their 50s, or that age is actually coming down. Now we are seeing kids with high cholesterol and initiation of arterial diseases in middle school and early high school. Okay, so what used to protect us was a compound called nitric oxide. Okay, when you eat nitric oxide, it kind of protects this endothelial cell layer. Okay, and nitric oxide is a gas. It's a compound that we are born with. When we are born, let's say it has this much nitric oxide. By the time, depending on our lifestyle, our dietary intake or quality of our diet, it goes down and down and down. When somebody has had a heart attack or stroke or what have you, probably he is completely deficient in nitric oxide. When that nitric oxide is gone, these endothelial cell layer, or this endothelial cell layer, it just tears apart. Okay, nitric oxide keeps the arteries flexible. It keeps the arteries non-stick, and it allows the arteries to relax. So as you can see, when that nitric oxide is gone, problem starts. So the combination of nitric oxide deficiency and injury to the artery from eating high-fat diet is the root cause of heart disease. Then followed by, obviously, when the arteries are stiff, then the blood pressure, like this lady was saying, all these problems occur. Okay, the good news about nitric oxide is you can replenish it. Okay, now if each one of you pay me $100, I will tell you how. But I'm a nice person. I'm not going to make you do that, because Julia has already done half of the work here. We get nitric oxide from all the green vegetables.
We have green onions, we have
Green
parsley,
onions, we have
cilantro,
parsley, we have cilantro, spinach.
sweet peppers,
So
tomatoes.
any green leafy vegetable, when you chew on it, not in a smoothie, not juicing, you have to chew greens. That is when that is what is needed to replenish that nitric oxide.
Right.
Okay, so a very simple solution for this complex problem.
Are there some greens that are better than others?
No, all greens. Swiss chard, beetroot, beet greens, turnip greens, cilantro, kale, fenugreek leaves, bok choy. If you see greens, just start chewing.
Cabbage.
By the time you're done, all these flower pot greens from the flower pot should be done.
How about cabbage?
So
Isn't
I
very
have a
green.
question.
Not so much
For the
cabbage.
live audience. Follow to repeat the question.
Okay, so the question was, are there any greens which are better than the other? And my answer was no. Any green leafy vegetable is going to be extremely beneficial to start the production of nitric oxide. And like I said, you have to chew because we need the microbiome in the mouth to turn that nitrate into nitric oxide and for that whole process to get started.
Can you cook the greens? Like cook them down, or do they have to be raw?
So the question is, can you cook the greens down or do they need to be raw? Actually, if you could steam them a bit, don't kill them by just overcooking. Like, don't make it mushy. That's why canned greens are not a good idea. But if you just wilt them, just warm up the pot and add some greens in it and just allow it to wilt a bit, and then put some vinegar, lemon juice, and that combination is fantastic. And this is really should be taken as seriously as any other medication that you may be taking, especially if you have had a heart attack or MI or stroke, or if there is a history. This is your ticket out of it.
You mentioned sticks, celery sticks,
Not celery sticks, celery, the leaves.
Leaves.
Yeah, leafy greens. Leafy greens. That's what we are aiming for.
Cabbage isn't very green. Does that count?
Cabbage won't count.
Okay.
No, cabbage will count for something else, but not for this purposes.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's the root cause of heart disease. Again, like I said, rotten arteries. So don't let those statin medications and everything else fool you. Start focusing on food as nutrition, because every bite, every vegetable, every grain, every bean that has been displayed here, every spice, every vinegar that has been displayed here is basically is going to offer you some sort of a health benefit. Okay. Lettuce should be fine too. Yeah. Lettuce should be fine. As you can see, I'm going to show you something here. I hope you guys can see it. Do you see how the blood is flowing? Pretty good here. Even though it has cholesterol, it's still flowing. Correct? When the nitric oxide is gone and your endothelial layer is all inflamed or shear or is injured, do you see how things are getting stuck? It's not flowing. For two reasons. First of all, this blood is also thickened because of the blood glucose. 20% of oxygen supply to your heart is reduced after eating a fatty meal, just one fatty meal. 20%. So if you're waking up eating and eating eggs and bacon, 20% less oxygen going to your organs. You have another meal of ham sandwich, cheese sandwich, turkey sandwich, another 20% less. So just becoming mindful, becoming aware.
I have to say I had oatmeal for the morning.
Then you have extra oxygen
Nice
flowing.
big bowl.
Good. That's how your breakfast should be. So if nothing else, to prevent heart disease or to repair the damage, start cooking without oil. Okay? Make sure there is no oil in your system to damage those arteries and veins and the inside layer. Okay?
So what do you do with somebody that has high cholesterol that's genetic? I'm not that way, but I know somebody that's their dad was that way, and she has high cholesterol because that's genetic. Is there a way of, what can you do for that? And they're vegetarian.
Now there is a difference between vegetarian and whole food plant-based no oil. Okay. So the lifestyle that we are promoting for disease reversal and prevention is whole food plant-based no oil.
Okay.
So
that's the oil is the difference.
The oil is the difference.
Take out the oil and it should drop.
It should drop. I mean, that's the first thing I would do before blaming it on genes.
Okay.
make sure that eggs, animal protein, cheese, little bit of meat, fish. Lot of vegetarians eat fish. Lot of vegetarians eat eggs and dairy. These are all sources of oil, fat, saturated fat, and salt. Cheese is a prime example of concentrated salt and concentrated protein, both injurious to your arteries.
How about egg whites?
How about egg whites? Okay. Now, egg whites, you have taken the cholesterol away, and now you have concentrated amount of protein. Proteins are also inflammatory. Okay. And anything that causes inflammation is going to be injurious to your health.
So no egg whites.
No egg whites.
How about olive oil? Because they say olive oil is so
Okay.
good.
The real benefit of olive oil comes from olives. So instead of extracting oil, eat olives. Okay? When I tell people to eat olives, they are not that excited. What happened? If you are excited about olive oil, why not about olives?
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing, because we don't have oil actually dripping from the trees. There are no oil falls. It's a man-made product. Okay? With a very good PR and marketing agent. So olive oil, again, very high in calories. So if you are trying to lose weight, and if you're eating this phenomenal salad, but what is really preventing that weight loss is that oily dressing people put on the salad.
Vinegar and lemon juice.
Vinegar, lemon juice, maple, mustard, little bit of tahini, honey, little bit of avocado. It really depends on what your health goal is. If you want to lose weight, really put your diet under microscope for fat. The secret to disease prevention when it comes to heart disease, diabetes, blood pressure, some form of cancer and weight loss is having a very low added oil, pretty much no added oil, and very low fat diet and high fiber. Okay, because fiber is the garbage man which is going to remove that excess fat from your system. So you need to have a high amount of fiber. Okay, and so watch out for avocado, watch out for the oil, watch out for the nuts as well. If you are trying to lose weight and if you are trying to get your cholesterol levels down, because nuts are very high in calories. They are. Oh, so everything is healthy, isn't it? When we like it. So if you really want to eat, nuts, take some nuts in the shell and see how many can you actually break open and eat. You will get tired after eating 3, 4, 5. That's one taste. Yeah.
Where do you get fresh fenugreek?
Oh, fresh fenugreek is available in Indian stores, Indian grocery stores. All right then. So thank you all for coming today, and I hope you got a little more insight into the real cause of heart disease, blood pressure, stroke, and weight gain. Let's not forget that. And we hope to see you again soon. Now enjoy this delicious salad, which is going to be fat-free but flavorful and fiberful by Julia. Thank you.
Thank you to our wonderful Deepa. I mean, I can't say enough. But this is for a transitional diet. You know, we're going to meet people where we are. But anyway, so I would like to introduce myself first. Not a lot of people know me. So I'm a future registered dietitian. I am studying full-time at the University of Alabama. I am volunteer at the Salient Lifestyle Center. And so what I would like to do is first I would like to share my story a little bit so you all guys get to know me. Some of you actually have seen my spouse here with the crazy toddler running around crying and looking for crackers. So we're all plant-based family. My little one, he is plant-based from conception. I've been plant-based for, good. So I've been plant-based for about 8 years. So pretty much my whole family is plant-based, and then I got pregnant. Like, I have never even had cravings for meat. I know, like, there's, like, there are tough choices. And then there were so many naysayers saying, you know, something is, you know, it's not going to be right, and you need your protein, you need your meat. And you can look at my toddler. He's a healthy little boy. So what my story kind of intertwines with my husband's story. We used to be athletes. I am a inline speed skater. I used to be a professional inline speed skater. So our thing was competing in marathons. And I think it was like 2015, 16. I got my blood work done, and it was not good. I was an athlete. I was eating healthy. Like, I mean, I was pre-diabetic. Like, it was crazy. I was like, I'm an athlete. I eat healthy. I exercise. Like, how does this happen? So, like, there gotta be something, right? So for a month, I researched what I need to do. I did some blood work. And then another red flag was that I was training. I felt like I was overtraining. I didn't have the strength to compete. Like, why am I doing all those workouts? And I feel so tired all the time. Like, I should be, like, on top of my game. So, switched to be vegetarian for a month. We really like that. So similar to Dr. Garg's story, anyone who has been to his presentation yesterday. And, well, my husband, he's like, I would like to support you, because he knew it's going to be hard for me, like, because, and so I figured I would give you a story. We used to eat, okay, anyone knows what the Costco size bacon is? The thick one? That was our breakfast for 2 people. Plus 12 eggs. Plus 12 eggs.
Oh, because you need.
Because we were athletes, like, we were working, right. So yeah, like, this was our breakfast. I mean, top it off with the toast and all the other goodies, right? So, like, this is how much we used to eat. So, fast forward a couple years, my husband, we were completely plant-based. He won a national championship that it was pretty much like the whole goal of his career, like sporting career. So, and then he got the title in 2019 as well. So he was 2 years, he was a national champion. I mean, if we didn't have a baby, like, he would still be on top. He really built a lean muscle mass. So when people say, like, oh, you need to eat protein, you can't build the muscle mass, and all the people, like, who are even like 50 or older, like, we all know about osteoporosis, like, we all need our calcium, like, look at us. So this is just, I hope it inspires you. They're all levels of plant-based. So, and I know that a lot of people are very uneasy, especially like in the sports world, going, you know, in the plant-based world. So today, therefore, so what I want to focus on is, it's summertime. No one wants to cook. We all want to spend time with our families. And some people don't even have the skills to do anything. So what I did is, I decided to go with the 2 recipes together. Easy peasy, it's pretty much no cooking. Like, let's, how Deepa was saying, let's look at the beans. I mean, sometimes they sit on the shelf, they don't look appetizing. I gotta tell you, even though those days when I'm tired, I don't even want to cook anything. And I love to cook. So today, we have black beans. Everything is prepared. So we have black beans. We have black eye peas. Sometimes they're called beans as well. So my first recipe, I think we're going to start is with, sometimes they call it easy bean recipe, or you can call it cowboy caviar. That's like a fancier word. So it's very similar to taco salad. So, but again, there is no meat involved. And as Deepa suggested, I did bring the olive oil. I'm a person who loves to meet people we're at, because I know we're all, sometimes we can't just eat cold turkey. Okay. I did not go plant-based just like, okay, this is what I mean. I was vegetarian for a while. So we're gonna start with the cowboy salad. I'm gonna mix the beans. So this is beautiful black-eyed peas from the can. I just rinsed it. Yeah, like no cooking involved. All it is, I just prepped everything. So we're a little bit short on time. So this is black-eyed peas. I'm gonna put it in the bowl. And so what any dietitian would recommend, when you buy canned beans, you do want to look for low sodium, or even better, no sodium added, no salt added, because again, we're talking about cardiovascular health here. So we're gonna take our black-eyed peas. We have our favorite black beans. Everyone knows the black beans. They're from the can as well. I bought the organic no salt added for this glass. So we're gonna mix them in. I'm gonna make a big batch because I'm hungry and I'm sure everyone would love to have some samples. So we have our beans. I'm gonna take some tomatoes. So let's see. Okay, some tomatoes are gonna go in our next recipe. So there is a recipe. I'm a cook from heart. I will eyeball right now because again we're pretty much like quadrupling the recipe. So, and then we can always adjust.
Are we going to have
Spices.
recipes with us?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you able to take the recipes with us?
So the recipe would be available on the Salient Lifestyle Center, the Facebook page, and Gabriel, I'm sure he can give us a little bit more direction on that part, where we can find the recipe. So we're just gonna drop some tomatoes. Now, so let's make it more colorful. We're gonna add sweet peppers. Those are just fresh, sweet bell peppers. Mm-hmm. So let's see. And I'm gonna add more if I feel like it needs a little bit more. So let's see, now we have cilantro. Let's add cilantro. This is what Deepa was talking. Let's chew up those greens. Let's get the nitric oxide going in our arteries, right? So we're gonna add cilantro. And I have made this recipe in different versions, sometimes you don't have tomatoes at home. Feel free to use canned tomatoes. If they're like low sodium or no salt added, they're fine. I have tried it with fire roasted canned tomatoes. It also turns out delicious. Let's see. So now we're pretty much almost done. So we have red onions. I'm gonna add some kick. Oh my God, that smells delicious. So, oh boy, I might need to split the bowls because there's so much. So, sorry, let's do this. I'm gonna split it. Let's see if I have a big bowl. There you go. Man, I was hungry, I'm telling you guys. When you make food and you're hungry, oh boy. Yeah, it looks delicious. So there are a lot of names to this salad. There you go. All right, looks beautiful. Let me add a little bit of onions, a little bit more onions, because since you split them. And now I'm gonna add the lime juice, right? We all want the flavor. So instead of vinegar today, we're gonna add the lime juice.
Is that lime?
Yeah, that's lime.
Lime.
Lemon would go in the in our next recipe. So, and then guys, feel free to use vinegar, any type of vinegar. All we want to accomplish is we want to get the flavor into the salad, and so what we need is we need to add something like savory. We need to add something sweet. We need to add something acidic. Once we combine those flavors, we're gonna get an explosion of flavors. Yes, and then the lime also. So, do you guys know about the difference between heme and non-heme iron? So when we eat animal-based products, such as like chicken or beef or even fish, so the type of iron that is there is heme iron. So it is more bioavailable for our cells in the body. However, it is known to be pro-inflammatory. So with the iron in plants, it's called non-heme iron. All plants have iron. I mean, but the power sources are beans, right? Lentils, and whole grain. So, but in order to absorb iron just a little bit, just give it a little push. So what the scientific research found, we can add a little bit of vitamin C. So always pair, like let's say if you're eating a bean salad or anything that's the high in the non-heme iron, just add vitamin C. And here we have tons of vitamin C. We have sweet peppers, we have lime, we have cilantro. So we've got all, and there is a little bit more research. They're saying that you also have to pair it with things like folic acid and vitamin A, but the vitamin C is a standard one. So, but we've got all a rainbow here in the salad.
Is that okay to use a lemon juice?
You can use any. I mean, it really depends on your taste buds. Some people like.
Julia,
if you didn't
repeat that question for them.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The question was, I'm drawing a blank. So, sorry, what was your question again? I got carried away.
Can you replace lemon juice?
Yes. The question is, yes. The question is if we can replace the lime juice with the lemon juice. Absolutely. It depends on your taste buds. If you don't have any limes at home, go for the lemons, go for the vinegar, anything acidic that really...
What kind of vinegar you can use?
I personally love balsamic vinegar, good Italian balsamic, because I feel like it has so much flavor, that umami flavor. And then another vinegar recently that I started, I really love is called plum vinegar. You can find it in some stores with the ethnic aisles, or so I believe it's the Japanese type of vinegar. It's made out of plums, and it doesn't taste like wine vinegar, but it's like it's purple color. It's delicious. It really is something else. Like it really enhances. If you ever see plum vinegar, go for it. It's delicious.
Is it hard to find?
I've seen it at Whole Foods, depends what stores. I mean, I've seen even at Woodman's, you just gotta go into the ethnic aisles, and then you can find the plum vinegar. So.
It's called plum vinegar?
Yeah, plum vinegar, yeah. There is a brand, I've seen I think only one brand mostly. It's like a little bottle with the black cap. So, okay, so we've got some lime, and we might need more lime because again we have we're pretty much like quadrupling the recipe. So that's a little bit, we need some extra goodies in the salad. So now, okay, I'm gonna add some spices. We're gonna go some black pepper.
What is that?
Savory?
Black pepper.
Oh, black pepper.
Yeah, it's just crushed red black pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit of agave syrup. It is optional. We're just gonna get, because again, we're gonna add salt, we're gonna add a little bit of sugar, we're gonna add a little bit acid. We're gonna get all those umami flavors. So, and you want to taste the agave syrup. So now we're gonna get garlic powder. Now let's spice it up. So I have here coriander.
Oh, coriander.
Yes, coriander.
What is coriander?
Coriander is actually dried cilantro.
Oh, okay.
So
Roots.
I thought it was a seed part.
I'm not sure about what parts. I would have to look it up, but I believe it's the cilantro.
The same name for
Same
cilantro.
thing.
Yeah, it is cilantro. So
Yeah.
Gabriel confirmed that yes. Coriander is the same as cilantro. So I've picked for my salad, I picked a little bit of smoked paprika. This is the secret for plant-based cooking. It's one of those spices you can pretty much use every single day on every single thing that you cook. And I have had coriander. Let's see. I had cumin somewhere over here. Here we go. I have cumin. I love cumin. I don't know about, I've seen one restaurant, I've been to other restaurant, Mexican restaurants, if they added a little bit of cumin to their fresh guacamole, I was converted. It's just a different level. So we've got our spices. We can add a little bit of salt. Because all my spices are salt free. And remember, the beans don't have any salt. So again, now we're adjusting the salt flavor, right? We are being in control how much salt we add to our food. And so it's optional. The original recipe calls taco seasoning. So let's add a little bit of taco seasoning. I got a mild one, just in case some people they don't really like the heat. So
On the salt, aren't you better off using like Himalayan salt or septic salt?
So all salts are, it depends what, sometimes like people like, let's say, for plant-based people, you know, there is a thing that iodine, you may be like an iodine, all you need to do, you can use iodized salt and you would have, so you can avoid the deficiency in the iodine. That's pretty easy to substitute. There are different salts. So sea salt is fine too. And then there's Himalayan salt. I have at home black salt, which smells like cheese, pretty much like cheese or eggs, kind of like that sulfur smell.
You add to the top one and actually have scrambled eggs.
Oh yeah, oh my god, that one is yes. So the black salt, yes, you're right. You can make scrambled eggs, kind of like the dish, but you can make it with tofu. It's absolutely beautiful, and you add that black salt to it, it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna add avocado last because avocado is soft, so we don't really want to get it mushy in the salad. And the salad is pretty much ready. So the thing about the salad is it's delicious when it's fresh, but it gets even better when it ages in the fridge and you put it in the fridge and you forget about it and you eat it the next day. It absorbs all those spices, all those flavors. It's absolutely delicious.
Overnight food is always the best.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Overnight food is always
Yes,
the best.
yes, I agree. So overnight food is always the best. It's those leftovers that are, and again, some dishes are like they actually get better. Like the next day, part of my hobby is I make sourdough bread, and some sourdough they need to age first. Like once you bake them, you age them for a day or two. So, and then this is when they get like all the flavor, like whole grain, like rye bread.
Excuse me, what else you eat with the salad?
You can, so the recipe called, you can eat it on the lettuce wraps. It's up to you. I love it with my homemade sourdough bread. I just, I'm a bread person at home, so I can't beat the home fresh homemade bread. Sometimes I'm busy. I just eat the salad by itself, or you can add tortilla chips.
They don't fill you up when you eat only salad.
beans.
Right.
Beans do fill you up the fiber.
So the salad is pretty much ready. So if anyone wants to kind of serve the salad, so I would let someone else try the. I would say the first person should try for the salt level to see if we need any more spices. So, but I will let someone serve while I'm talking.
Just go. Okay. The camera doesn't.
So the plates are there on the side table. Just try the salt level first, and then if anything, I can add more spices.
So I'll just fill up some bowls and we can pass it around?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, just try first like a little bit, so I know if I need to add more spices right now. I will put some extra spices. So
I have bowls. Yeah. So that's a small amount because I don't know.
And don't be shy, guys. I mean, I've made a lot. So okay. All right. So while we're serving, I'm going to start working on the next recipe. So what we're going to do, so the next recipe is called tabbouleh salad. Well, it actually comes from Middle East, countries like Lebanon, Turkey, Egypt. So different countries in the Middle East, they have different version. It's not technically a salad. I know it's served like as an appetizer, but for our discussion today, let's just call it the salad. So what I've done is I have cooked cracked wheat. It's called bulgur. I don't know does anyone know what bulgur is? Have you tried it? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
One hand, two.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is. No. So sometimes it's called cracked wheat. There are different versions of. You can make it fine. You can buy it coarse. You can buy it like medium. So it really depends what you're making. I've tried all versions. Sometimes they're called number 1, number 2, and number 3. It's just how they made the packaging. But it's a whole grain. So this is what Deepa was talking about. How is the salt level? Okay. All right. So back to cracked wheat. This one I found at Woodman's.
So it's like a meat replacement.
I'm sorry. What? Would you mind repeating?
Replacement for meat.
Bulgur is the replacement for meat. No, it's a whole grain, but bulgur it's a whole grain, and this is what we all need to eat. We all need to eat more whole grains. We all know what white bread is, white rice. We all know how to eat all the refined carbohydrates, right? But the beauty of the cracked wheat is it's so easy to cook it. It's when you're busy and you don't know what else to make and something is healthy, you just throw in cracked wheat. So there are 2 ways you can cook cracked wheat. Bulgur is you can put a bowl, just like let's say we use 1 cup of cracked wheat. You cover it with the boiling water. Let's say 2 cups to 1.